皆さん、こんにちは。Buenos dias. And hi everyone. This is your Mabilik video with Isha. Just starting recording on, I found them on Twitter, so they must be true. Most of them anyways. Your usual, WTF tweets from Japan. Now, this one, couldn't find, actually, it's on Instagram and I don't have an account, so I'm gonna use I'm gonna quote the, news article on the website. Okay, apparently there was this certain store in Okinawa that actually had an innovative, interesting, with quotation mark, sign that reads, "We look after you, Dad. 2 hours. 1,850 yen, about 20 bucks. Drinks included." You see, the problem is this is actually a bar. So what kind of drink? Go figure. Apparently, yeah, they also do have the One-chan version, big sister version. Yeah, in the meantime, some certain Kia actually has the children room and dad room somewhere out there. Let's go here. Yeah, it's a spring, so animals coming out of a hibernation, of course. Oh, it's almost summer anyway, so a bunch of them coming out, right? And this guy just got a question from a buddy of his, a farmer, that says, "Yeah, I got animals in my field, so I just want to see what's there." And the only answer he could return was yes. All of them. Effing all of them. Basically bear, deer, there's a decent raccoon or these couple types, amongst other things, and yeah, and a fox. So yeah, yes, you got all of them. In the meantime, there was this person, this lady, her grandpa always said, if you see something weird, just run like hell. And that she did when she thinks she saw this, what looks a shadow of a middle-aged, basically a middle-aged man hunched over. Dark, the shadow of it anyway, so she basically had to be like, crying. She was crying afterwards as well, when she realized that it wasn't a middle-aged man. It was Grizzly. Yeah, that's even more scary. In the meantime, there are a bunch of these, scams, / robberies that's been happening in Japan, where they say these people just come in and explain that there's this this 3-meter man-eating snake that just escaped a nearby house. So we're looking for it. And then they found there's money missing afterwards. So it's that, and that was the report. And then Japan Snake Center. Yes, 3-meter snake cannot eat human. If we have to have the robber know how many meters it takes for a snake to eat human. Yes, we at the Japan Snake Center will be waiting for your arrival. Basically, even regular tiny snake, these guys are about 2 meters long, so 3 meter is tiny. But yeah, That's what happens if you get if you piss off the experts. Now, this dad, he actually had his tombstone, yeah, instead of selected while he was alive of his own choice. The problem is it kind of shows what kind of man he was. Yeah, basically he was a Matsuda rotary engine fan, as it turns out. So he's getting his final destiny place of the choice. In the meantime, here's one of the scary one. Someone lost his smartphone here. And even worse, it was set to silent mode. The only way he found out was because he actually had his Apple Watch connected to his phone as it came out. So he actually got to find the look for the cell phone look for the smartphone function to figure it out. Yeah, apparently there was this issue with in Japan with the G7 summit where it happened in Hiroshima. So they actually had a okonomiyaki served, and the British PM making one himself, and that kind of stirred up the controversy of what kind of okonomiyaki, because as I said this before, but there's these three versions: Hiroshima version, Osaka style, and Tokyo style, and that gives real interesting issues. And then someone was trying to explain this, and apparently this is the kind of issue British has as well. Whether you put when you eat scone, whether you put the jam first and then cream, or cream and then jam. Yes, it is apparently it does stir up a civil war within Britain. Okay, and moving right along, there was this her friend who just came back from Morocco made one of those nomad style Sahara Desert nomad style pizza, and it was kinda difficult to replicate. So the first order of business is create a desert in your backyard. And then basically burn. You don't need, you need to burn stuff and then put. Apparently that's how it works. Yeah, so basically the most difficult part is step one: creating a desert in your backyard. But yeah, in the wild, not in the wild. I mean, in the actual Sahara Desert, they actually just, from the looks of it, they don't even start up a fire. Leave it in there, it gets cooked right away. It gets cooked from the sun, from the looks of it. And on the other extreme, there was this interesting discussion that started up because what do you when you thought you had hot water, pour it in, and find out it's just water, not heated? Okay, and a couple of brooches, including transfer it to a heat resistant dish and microwave it. Boil it in a hot pot along with everything else. And this only works with the paper cup when it's full. Yeah, just directly heat it. The problem, the thing is that if you use a plastic, if you do this with a plastic cup, it melts the cup anyway. So only the paper will do, and you have to have the water up to the rim. Otherwise, the exposed part actually burns. So there you go. That's some of the tricks you can do, or just leave it there for about half an hour, without doing anything, and it should melt. The soup should melt, and the noodles should pick up all the water. Or just toss in a heated piece of rock. But there is actually a dish that does that exactly that way. Apparently it's just leave it in water and leave it for half an hour. It is kind of yummy as it turns out. Give it a shot if you guys have trouble, if you actually accidentally do that. Actually, and in the meantime, there's in Korea, there's actually a cooking utensil exactly for that. A pot kettle. I don't even want to know. I'm not going to go into details. I don't even want to know how it works. But yeah, this thing that looks like one of those bad AI artwork. Yeah, it actually does exist if you look it up. And I might have talked about Sakurajima a couple times on the on the show, but then here's what, because basically Sakurajima in Kagoshima Prefecture, they blow up by far very frequently. Like, it's not even a couple times a year; it's like pretty much every week. So what happens that they now have a app for it. The problem is, if you can read the Japanese, well, too bad. I don't think you can read most of it. Because the Japan say, カゴマン皆さん、桜島噴火や爆発で、へが、わぜろさんな。Yeah, basically it's all done in Satsuma dialect. I don't speak Satsuma dialect at all. I know the neighboring Miyazaki prefectures. That's why I can kind of read it, but then still, like, it's almost impossible. Yeah. このアプリは桜島の噴火や爆発によってどの方向にへが復活すアプリじゃんと、桜島上空風や天気など情報も表示されて、あれもや、あそこやったりたに便利やど。Yeah. As if you can, yeah. That is why during World War II, if the Japanese diplomats were forced to communicate with mainland Japan over the phone, they brought in Satsuma dialect speakers because they knew they were going to be eavesdropped, so they try to bring in some of the most this almost impossible impossible dialect. Anyways, moving right along, here's one of those sad cases with a 3D printer. So media is journalists are trying to paint it as evil things that could print guns and that kind of stuff. And then in the meantime, this guy tried to print a toy for his son on a 3D printer. So he turned it on. He started up in the morning, and when he came back to work, well, he found out he loaded up an incorrect file. Not even close. Why? Okay, so even more, and the most people, old timers' reaction was that logo for emotion. Yeah, if you've been watching the anime from the 90s and the 80s, yeah, you should see this logo here somewhere. I don't know what exactly happened to them afterwards, but oh well. Here's one of those not so touching scene tweet. Okay, the spring has come, and this guy's daughter has left home to for a full-time job now, and I just sent her off to a station, and she should be on a bird train by now. And yes, we get all those mixed emotions, and in the meantime, I still have her phone for some reason. Yeah, apparently she noticed, so she got off at the nearby at the next station. She phoned in for the public phone, came back in, and yeah, it basically cost her about $33 extra. And apparently, when she got off the train to come back in, she almost forgot her suitcase on a bird train. Go figure. And this is one of those comments from the Sharp, from the official account of Sharp Twitter account. For those people who, for those of you who are new employees, and just because you're young, were assigned to to work on a social media platform as part of PR. Please just read on this the following series of tweets. Okay, and section of it. And this is actually a nice way of putting it. Okay, usually marketing and PR is fundamentally a hunting, so it's a do or die battle. But social media is where you plant your seed for the future, like farming. So you cannot actually request for the result on the same day. You have to look at it in the long term. So yeah, like I say, okay, new hires. If you're being assigned as such, that tells them that exactly. Marketing is hunting. Social media is farming to cultivate the relation. Anyways, here's one of those weird WTF moments for substitute. Okay, this guy just got a good coffee beans. But okay, Dad, Mom, Where's the coffee mill? It broke a long time ago and we tossed it out. Is there anything we can grind the coffee mill with? Coffee with? Dad. Okay, we have a perfect one. This is actually a herb grinder. Unfortunately, it works. To some extent. And in the meantime, Purchase is this spice companies that actually made almonds, like a spice based out of almond to sprinkle over meat before you make it into yakiniku. And they just could not come up with a title or the merchandise name for it. So the PR accidentally said as a joke, why don't we just go ahead? Did you know that if you sprinkle almond on the meat, it tastes good? And they actually made that brand name. I mean the actual merchandise name. Oops. Watch what you say. One of those weird mystery. This guy just found that the this drain was actually shiny blue. Oh, there must be a club down. There must be a new club down there. Or yeah, it's just before. It's a sign that yeah, he's coming out. Hi, Josie. Did someone flush down Nuka Coke Quantum? The in reference to Fallout. And the worst one. Hey, it's a gaming gutter. Well, are you sure? Are you sure there's no predator hiding out inside there? Okay, so this one is in Hiroshima, where they were trying to the railway was running on the ground level, and basically because of the schedule, there were some intersections that would never open. It was just all shut down with the railway crossing. So they tried to build a hideout, one of those basically make it into move the railway upstairs so the cars could drive downstairs, and it's going to take another 14 years. And they're sure response. Okay, and so basically it's going to be scheduled to be completed in 2037. And the resistance response is, we'll be dead by then. Yeah, that's harsh. A pet sitter, yeah, pet sitters. These days they sending the picture of the surrogate pet, the pets they're looking after, that they're doing fine and other things. Well, here's this guy's sitter keeps on sending in really evidence that his cat is doing fine. Ow! Yeah. Usually, here's handsome one apparently, and here's a new one. Yep. He's bouncing around. Fine. Okay. So, I believe there's a YouTube short of this something close to this by Tomari Mari, but then here's one. Okay, this guy just came up with the software, an app, where you just give a bone to a drawing, and then you can actually make it look like a move. You can make it move, or let me rephrase that. You can have it rigged like live 2D. The problem is, of course, it's still got lots of kinks to work out. So set the bones. Yeah, not quite. So we'll still be stuck with our live 2D models for a while, as you can see. Okay, this is one of those sad cases. Okay, this guy, in the kindergarten times, asked a granny that she wanted to go see. She wanted to see Dumbo, as in the Disney's Dumbo, the animated version, the original one. And for some reason, her granny could, her parents misheard her big time. They took her to watch Rambo. And yes, and after seeing a macho guy, they almost butt naked, being tortured. Yes, that opened up a whole new can of fetish to. Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, now she can actually take any kind of weird movie incidents. Rambo. Yeah, that was almost the same. Yeah, it's one of those weird case where Japanese titles they try to market as if they were akin something close to the some famous IP. So in the old times, in the Blockbuster somewhere, someone accidentally mistook this one as Jurassic Park. Jurassic City. And this one. Okay, this guy, when he was a kid, they said they would take him to Korobokuru. It's a Japanese it's a movie about the Japanese fairy or gnome. But like I said, Korobokuru. And he ended up watching RoboCop. Yeah. Almost, not quite, not even. And this guy, well, his folks took him to what said that they were gonna go watch Jaws. He ended up watching a documentary called Shark. And then there's this person who is a 3-letter katakana title, and he thought it was one of these. This title, Wataru. It was a very popular kids show back in the 80s, mid 80s, I think. And what he ended up watching was Akira. And that's not exactly a movie for kids. And this guy's aunt took him to watch Commando and the Day of Living Dead. when he was 10. Yeah, it affected, it screwed up his life view, I guess, big time. And the elementary school kid was taken to Saving Private Ryan. Oh dear. And oh yeah, this movie, the posture was awesome. What the actual action in the movie was sucked big time, but still, here's one of those guys who actually got sucked, who accidentally watched it without thinking too much. I guess they were after Hamtaro. Ended up watching Godzilla as well, and now he is a full mech man. Okay, anyways, moving right along. Okay, let's go. Okay, his boss is going like a supervisor went like, let's go have a big katsando. Yep, big sandwich, big, alright. Oh boy. And toast is ass. You can tell how huge it is compared with the toast. And in the meantime, there's this VTuber apparently who would actually pin down anytime these people actually post what they're eating at a restaurant in Akihabara. He or she can pin it down to a store, to which branch. Okay. Shows this picture, and he's going to. So how's yakiniku eating without how's it like to eat yakiniku while standing up? Apparently, this is a store that doesn't have a seat. And that picture, and yeah, irashaimase. Yeah, it is. It is that of what's it's actually a manse. I mean lesson called manse. Here's a scary one. Okay, shows that. He's going like, it's not the Gaiden one, is it? It's like, this is actually a ramen shop. And how did you know which ramen and which branch it is without looking at ramen? Because I could figure out from the, just figure it out from the wall, table, and sesame. Yeah. And they were actually freaking out about it, and there was actually his own tweet. All I did was memorize it. Memorize everything. Yeah, wonder how many. Yeah, this guy's eating out a lot, doesn't he? Isn't he? Okay, never mind. Yeah. Anyways, that should do for today's show. This week's show. Thanks for coming in and have a good night です。はい、じゃあご視聴ありがとうございました。